And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Grove City High School. I am Bob Greenberg. Tonight we have a special presentation here on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook. High School Wrestling Region 1, the Grove City Eagles hosting the Reynolds Raiders. Potentially a historic night here in Grove City for the wrestling program. And we are excited to be here tonight. Courtesy of our one sponsor. Our broadcast sponsor tonight is Sunbelt Rentals. Explore the power of Sunbelt Rentals. Big and small, Sunbelt has it all. SunbeltRentals.com. We appreciate RJ Swartz's support and Sunbelt being a part of our wrestling coverage. And tonight in the booth, a guy that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him a little introduction. One of the greatest wrestlers in the history of Mercer County, one of Grove City's all-time greats, multiple state champion, 143 matches in high school, 79 in a row to end his career. Had an All-American career at Clarion University, three-time national qualifier, has been a long-time coach, and named synonymous with success in wrestling in Mercer County and Grove City. Tom Tomio is joining us here tonight. And Tom, I know you got to be excited to be here to watch Reynolds and Grove City on the mat.
Absolutely. Two great programs. Very excited tonight and looking forward to a wild one.
It should be interesting. Now, the storyline is Grove City has never won, at least it's been 73 years since they won a region title. 1953 was the last time Grove City Wrestling, you've had a lot of success individually, but never on the team scale. Tonight can change that. What does that mean to you as a former Grove City wrestler?
It's amazing. I mean, it just talks a little bit about the consistency of, Reynolds wrestling and what they've done, for decades and decades. And, Grove City's been building something special looking to compete with Reynolds tonight. And Reynolds going to be excited. I mean, obviously, they're a team that comes in every time. When they walk in the gym, they that they mean business. So we're gonna see a great one, hopefully, here.
And the fact that Grove City also, talking about history, the program has never beaten Reynolds in a dual meet. I mean, and Reynolds has been around since 1960, and I'd imagine Grove City's wrestled Reynolds almost every year.
Absolutely.
It's hard to even fathom that, but that streak is also potentially in jeopardy tonight.
For sure. I mean, in the early 90s, when I was on the team, we had a couple years very close, extremely close, and Reynolds, like I said, they battle to the end. You don't see them giving up ever, and we'll see tonight. We'll see who shows up and see how it pans out.
Bob Greenberg and Tom Tomio here at Grove City. The junior high match is, I think there's down to one more match here, and then we'll have the varsity right after. And as you might imagine, there's a big crowd here tonight at Grove City. A lot of Reynolds fans have come, and it's also bittersweet here, Tom, tonight. 6 weeks ago, the legend here at Grove City, Marty Rulli, passed away, and you can only imagine what this night would have meant to him, being the kind of the dean of Grove City wrestling for so many years.
This wrestling program is synonymous with Marty Rulli. I mean, he's been a rock for so many people, bringing them up, people that were extremely successful in the sport and people that, wrestlers that weren't as successful, but he helped them create lifestyle. He helped them create mindset and so many benefits from what this sport did for people that, Coach gave them a chance. And, he had an amazing run and, it's a little sad, it's like you said, bittersweet. But I always said, the more that it's always harder when it's somebody that did great things. He was never average. And it's always harder when somebody that was never average leaves us.
Just tell a story about Marty Rulli. Just give us one story. It could be from your wrestling days. Just tell us something that you remember fondly to this day.
He was so fun. I mean, no matter where you went, one of the things that if somebody turned and saw that knew Marty, which most people did, and they turned and even looked at him, they started smiling because they knew something funny was coming, something fun. He was always, lighting up the room. But, and he made friends everywhere. One thing that I spoke to here a few weeks ago when we were, celebrating him is if you remember the blizzard of '93, we were at regionals and we couldn't leave the hotel. We got stuck. after regions, and he actually made friends with a wedding party that invited us to the wedding reception because half the people couldn't come, and they had all this food and all this stuff. So, like traditional Marty, makes friends everywhere and gets the rest of. He calls me up in the room. He's like, "Get down here." I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "We got a party to go to." So we had a after a region party, dancing. We couldn't eat a ton because the state's coming up, but and that group, I guess he enhanced any building, any room that he walked into. I guess a good way to put it.
And I would say, because I got to know Marty very well over the years, the one thing as a wrestler, his voice was something you could hear. It stood out in front of the whole crowd.
100%. And I even mentioned that. We said, I said everyone in here can probably imagine his voice just coming over, just the way it portrays. And he was very, very blunt, very, very, very fun. But man, he would say stuff and you just shake your head. Most of the stuff, some of the stuff you couldn't get away with today, I don't think. But
we are still in the preliminary junior high match here. I believe this might be the last one as the actual junior high match is officially over. Grove City winning 27-14. These are a couple of the exhibition matches. Tom, as we look at tonight's match, two coaches that are opposing each other tonight have incredible resumes as well as wrestlers.
Oh, for sure.
And as coaches, Casey Taylor, three-time state champion, Wes Phipps, a one-time state champion, four-time place winner. Just talk about these two guys and what you know about them.
So, Casey came through, was right behind me, very close. So we actually even got on the mat together a little bit. But yeah, he's came through Reynolds. He's come through the system. He's come through the mindset. The expectation of. And they always bring a game plan ready to go. Coach Phipps, he's another one that's always been about success, and he's always worked hard, extremely paid attention. Been up at the highest levels at Penn State. Got a chance to. Anytime you get a chance to learn under Cale Sanderson, it's a phenomenal deal. And he's been building here. He's been. One thing you see so many assistant coaches. I was just looking down through in the Grove City side, now it's support. You're seeing a lot of support right now on the Grove City side, which was exciting because now, and even the whole area, there's so much closeness. There's so many good programs in the area now. I'm excited for these duels coming up because it's just you never sure.
You never know. Casey Taylor, by the way, in high school, 106 wins and 5 losses. Was undefeated his last 2 years. 3-time state champion. As a coach here at Reynolds, 261 wins, 33 losses going into this year. And he's only lost, this is per PAWrestling.com, he's only lost one league match, 71-1 in region play. They lost one this year, so that would be 2. They lost to Hickory. So he's only lost 2 dual meets in his coaching career. On the other side, Wes Phipps, 141 wins as a wrestler at Grove City. He was 40-0 his senior year. A state champion, state runner-up, state 3rd place, state 5th place, and in his coaching career, 48 wins, 43 losses. Obviously having a great year this year with Grove City, and a win tonight would be historic for this program.
Absolutely. And times like that, you're just looking down to see, where it all hashes out.
As you can tell on our video, the junior high match is complete, which has been very entertaining. A big crowd here tonight at Grove City High School as we are now a few minutes away from the start of our match. As it's going to be very interesting. We'll talk about some of the wrestlers here. I want to remind you, our wrestling coverage here exclusively being brought to you by our friends at Sunbelt Rentals. Explore the power of Sunbelt Rentals, no matter your project or location. Sunbelt Rentals is here to serve you. Sunbelt Rentals, big and small. Sunbelt has it all. SunbeltRentals.com.
Please welcome your Grove City.
Tom, you obviously wrestled here at Grove City. How many times do you get back to this gym, and what feelings do you get when you come back into the gym during a wrestling match?
Oh, there's so much history for me here. And honestly, I was really blessed to be a part of the Grove City program. I've traveled all over, and back I get into the gym some. I'm training wrestlers a lot during the season in the evenings, so I've backed off a little bit. Actually right before COVID, I was doing 80 some practices a month. in wrestlers, and I backed off a little bit, and we've started to adjust some things. And but yeah, so I don't get out to duels a lot. I try to catch a tournament because you don't usually run trainings on the weekends. But I get in here some, and yeah, people are excited. I tell you, and especially like you said, it's always been a good atmosphere here, but especially this last couple of years, they knew work being done and the motivation that you saw in the kids' eyes.
Reynolds comes in tonight with a 4-1 league record or overall record, 3-1 in duels. Of course, they heavily participate in a lot of the tournaments. They went to the Walsh Ironman tournament, the Solon Comet Classic, where they took second, the Power 8 as well. They have a dual meet tonight, of course. Then they go to the Ultimate Duels on Saturday in Brookville. And their last dual meet is next week at Mercer before the Ultimate Warrior Tournament next week from this weekend. And then, of course, the District 10 duels start the following week. Grove City coming in with a 12-3 overall record, 4-0 in the league. They have wins over Sharpsville, Hickory, and Mercer. And then also Sippy Rock. Going back to Reynolds, their league wins were over Sharon and Sippy Rock and Sharpsville. Their loss was to Hickory, a team that Grove City beat. And that sets up tonight's match where if Grove City wins, they would have a one-game lead over Hickory with one match to go. They would have clinched basically the outright championship. So it's a big night here. I mean, like I said,
there's a lot at stake.
Individuals is, wrestling has been such an individual sport for a long time, but team is now such a big part of it. And for Grove City to make this step tonight, to beat Reynolds at home to win a league title, it's a big night.
Absolutely, for sure.
As right now, as you can tell, the teams are getting ready to come out shortly to warm up. I'd imagine we're probably still another, 10 minutes away from start of tonight's match. And as you can tell, at least you can hear, there's a big crowd here tonight getting ready for this heavily anticipated match between Grove City and Reynolds. And we will sit back and listen a little bit to the cheerleaders. And we're going to go into the weights here and get a couple thoughts. We don't know. We know kind of what the matchups might be. And as wrestling, you have a coin toss. And then the team that wins it gets to choose who goes on the mat first. And I think it gets to the point where we don't know the traditional matchups, but we know who is going to be on the mat tonight for these teams. And we have some big-time wrestlers here on both sides we'll get to see here tonight, Tom.
For sure. We just don't know who's going to wrestle who. But as far as because, the wrestlers are eligible for the weight that they weighed in at plus one weight above. So, probably going to be some jockeying of weights, trying to hit certain matchups and to have the best chance of winning here.
And I talked to both coaches briefly, and they both said the same thing. I said, what's going to be the key here tonight? And they said, win the coin toss. So that tells you it's going to be close. And the coin toss, talk about the strategy in the coin toss and why it's important.
So you look at matchups. I mean, in styles. Styles are huge. So wrestling is so dynamic, and you're having so many different styles. And so where you have it, if you have somebody that's an absolute, hammer, and they're going to go in, and they may be undefeated, and whether they wrestle, and the odds are, if they wrestle somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience, they're going to pin them. Or if it's somebody that's maybe even decent, they probably might still pin them. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to take out the other team's better wrestlers that you can, so they can't score points against you on some of your beginner wrestlers. So it's just a matchup. I mean, and that's where you start seeing so many, the closer it gets, the more it's about the matchups and who can get in there, and also, when it comes down to it, who can stay off their back.
And that's a key. And bonus points, it could determine who wins this match tonight.
Good chance. And I made a comment earlier to you that, Reynolds is known to, be allergic to going to their back. They just don't go there much. And one thing I noticed about the biggest things, when they do, you don't see, I hardly have ever seen a wrestler from Reynolds give up. You just don't see it. And you see so much fighting, even if they do get there, a lot of times, and you're seeing on sometimes, even when Reynolds wrestlers do get there, the time runs out because they do not give up and they won't get pinned. And that could be a determining factor. If somebody gets caught but doesn't get pinned, that could go from one way or the other way.
It's a big swing,
for
no
sure.
question about that. And We're talking. I am Bob Greenberg. This Tom Tomio joining us. Of course, the wrestling legend here at Grove City, Clarion University Hall of Famer and All-American. And we're getting ready here for tonight's match. As we look at some of the wrestlers tonight, we'll highlight some of the wrestlers that are highly ranked, and we look forward to seeing. And of course, you can't start the match without thinking about Chase Karenbauer. He is the freshman sensation, ranked #1 in the state, international champion. He's had national championships. Not many wrestlers I ever remember, and I'm sure you have history, entered his high school career as a freshman, day one as #1 ranked kid in the state. And that's got to be unprecedented.
Yeah, I don't know. Thinking back, I don't know of anybody. I mean, back when Colette wrestled, he was basically undefeated forever and coming in. But I don't remember those rankings clear back then. A couple years ago. But no, being 24-0 right now, seeing where he ends up wrestling at, yeah, because people have some choices. Whoever wins the flip, and whoever has their choice at that weight has some choices to make.
And you've seen Chase wrestle. What makes him special?
Again, great athlete, great technician. He's in position. He knows his moves. He doesn't let himself get out of position, get in trouble. So he's definitely a very special wrestler, especially not even as a general rule, not just being a freshman.
I mean, we knew he was good, but then when he wins the Power A championship, the way he did, that really sent a message that he is definitely unique.
Absolutely, and I mean, like you said, you know he's very good, and you know that he's going to do well. It's just he has to prove himself, in the high school level, and he's done that.
As you can tell on our video, the Reynolds Raiders are on the mat as they begin their warming up and loosening up here in tonight's dual meet between Grove City and Reynolds. Chase Karenbauer isn't the only outstanding wrestler for Grove City. The Hamilton brothers, Ian Stearns. Let's talk about Cody Hamilton. He's a senior, 135 wins, has a chance to maybe go to the top of the list here or near the top here in the school history. Multiple state medal winner, multiple region and district champion. Talk a little bit about Cody Hamilton.
Cody's been tough since he's been young, and he's come through. Him and his younger brother. He's putting together a fantastic season. Again, another great athlete, extremely strong, very smooth wrestler. He'll be in there. Again, like I said, his younger brother being there, Tanner. We've seen Tanner since he was young, winning medals at states. So you've really got. When you had these, the Holmans and the Hamiltons, the two brothers coming up through, they really started to make a push for Grove City, along with the other kids, obviously. But when you have two good sets of brothers, it makes a difference. And awesome. And then they've got some other guys like even moving in this year, like Ian Stearns that end up being for Grove City. He's always been a talented wrestler. Looking at him, and he definitely does some nice things for Grove City. Ian McCurry had a huge match, a huge pin.
Hudson Holman, of course, the other one.
Yeah.
Hudson ranked 8th in the state. He's 24-2, two-time state medalist. Interesting bio. I don't know if you realize this about Hudson Holman. He is never won district. He's taken 2nd and 3rd, but he's won regions twice. Yeah. That's a kind of a weird stat.
He brings it every time. He's so talented, and he seems to call them gamers even. When that regions and states comes, but believe me, you don't want to be a guy that has him on the other side of the bracket, really. Even though if he might have placed 2nd or 3rd at a tournament.
We're talking about the career record. So Cody Hamilton right now 135 career wins. He is 4th on the all-time Grove City list. Number 3 is Hunter Holman, 136. Number 2 is a guy sitting right there, Tom Tomio, 143. Mm-hmm. And number 1 all time is the coach, Wes Phipps, with 144. So Cody needs 10 more wins to become the school's all-time winningest wrestler.
Yeah, he's got a phenomenal chance. I mean, staying healthy, I don't see a problem with that.
Reynolds is now off the mat, and the Grove City Eagles will be out here momentarily. Let's talk about Reynolds a little bit, Tom. This is a team, as you've mentioned, a lot of experience, great coaches, incredible history like no other. Their success, consistency over 50, 60 years is unprecedented. And here go the lights out. And as you can tell, the spotlight is on. And the Grove City Eagles are now on the mat. As we're talking about a little bit about the Reynolds Raiders.
Excited crowd.
The one big story tonight is the return of Angelo Lamonte. He is a senior standout, two-time section champion, a state qualifier, region champion. He's only wrestled once this year. He's had a shoulder injury, and he's back here tonight, Tom.
That'll be big for them. I mean, having him back and seeing, hopefully he's fairly healthy. Yeah, like I said, when he's healthy, he's a danger.
Logan Stewart at 127, we expect. Outstanding sophomore, ranked 5th in the state, 58 wins in his second year. A section, district, region champ. Took 4th in states last year as a freshman. That's not easy to do.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, he'll bring it no matter where he's at. We knew last year. I mean, he made an awesome run. Logan's wrestled quite a while, and he's always at high level.
And we're going to take a break here because Facebook historically does not like music being played on their platform. So we're going to turn our mics down. I want the page to get in trouble here. So we are pausing for the national anthem. And we are just about ready to go here at Grove City High School. Tonight's dual meet between Grove City and Reynolds on Facebook Live only, being presented to you by Sunbelt Rentals. And it's going to be a very interesting match here tonight. And as we've talked about, who will wrestle where? That's going to be some of the question marks that we will find out here when we have this coin toss. And they kind of the tradition now, because we saw it at Hickory with the spotlights onto the match. I think it's great for the wrestlers, but for us guys with the older eyes,
right.
It's not the best thing in the world. And I'll be honest, Tom, I had mentioned the point that with it not being perfectly light in here, is that good for the officials who are maybe trying to call a fall, and they maybe don't have the best angle, the best lighting?
Right, a little bit of shadows maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's look at the lineups here tonight, is what we think they'll be. At 107 for Grove City, it'll be Chase Karenbauer. At 107, Angelo Majares for the Reynolds Raiders. At 114, we expect it to be Ian Stearns for Grove City. For Reynolds, it could be Angelo Lamonte or Hudson Albert. At 133 or 127, we might see Caden Skeeth. For Reynolds, we expect to see Logan Stewart or Waylon Waite. At 139 or 133 could be Connor Nasser or Tanner Hamilton for Grove City. And it could be Caleb McAdoo or Waite for Reynolds. 139 could be Anthony Brown versus Emmett Flaw. That's Grove City versus Reynolds. Brown also could wrestle 45. Graydon Gustus could be at 45 for Reynolds. It's confusing, I understand. 52 or 60 for Grove City, Carl Bubenheim. Parker Ney expected to be at 152. Reynolds is going to forfeit at 160. Hudson Homan will be at 142, 145 or 152. Cody Hamilton at 52 or 60. Peter Augustine at 60 or 72 for Grove City. Louis DeJulia for Reynolds at 172. At 172 or 189, Isaiah Williams for Grove City. Emery Johnson for Reynolds at 189. 189 or 215 for Grove City, Ian McCreary. And at 215 for Reynolds, Colton Tupper. And at 285 for Grove City, Delathian Bones. And for Reynolds, potentially Rocky Flaw. It's a very interesting matchup. It's going to be some very good head-to-head matchups if we see them. That's going to be the big question tonight. Will we see some of these big matchups?
Right. It's nice to see that the multiple guys coming out of the weight, that teams are full, and don't have a lot of forfeits.
And looks like right now the only forfeit is going to be at 160 for Reynolds, which is hard to believe. You think about Reynolds over the years forfeiting a match,
right?
But for Casey Taylor, they have 15 kids and basically 13 to spread around their weight, so they're basically right at the
So would
minimum.
it be 160, you said?
Yeah, 160.
Or possibly 52 if the 52-pounder bumps up.
The official tonight is going to be Rob Powell, and a veteran official here in District 10. And you heard that. The match will start at 189. So, and the lights are coming back on. That is good news. So 189, we will find out who will be there. And Grove City PA announcer doing a fantastic job tonight, letting us know who will be starting on the mats. So 189 is where we begin. And let's find out who will start tonight's match. There was no JV match tonight. And
Reynolds will have choice in the odd matches tonight.
So Reynolds wins the choice in the odd matches. So Reynolds puts the...
Wrestling at 189 pounds for Reynolds, Emery Johnson.
So Emery Johnson's going to be at 189.
Isaiah Williams.
Isaiah Williams coming in at 3-11. Emery Johnson at 11-4. At 189, we are ready to go. And the match begins. Johnson's a sophomore, took 7th in District 10 last year. Williams is a junior, did not wrestle in the tournaments. And a quick barrel roll there for Emery Johnson, and he has Williams to his back there, Tom.
Yeah, he's got him on his back. Locked him up in a headlock here.
And it looks like
he's bridging, but he's got him so tight with that headlock.
Emery Johnson with a quick 3-point takedown, and then he has Williams on his back. And it is very close, but looks like Williams may get to his back, to his stomach there, Tom.
Yep, he got to his belly.
So he'll get 5 near fall points. I think, did he signal
4?
4, okay, it'll be 7-0.
Yeah, he put him underhook and chin right now.
And he's Emery Johnson looking for the fall here at 189.
This is a very, very tight position.
Williams doing what he can to bridge out of there, but
fighting. Yeah, he's got the legs in there.
And there it is. And that's the fall in 1 minute and 12 seconds. Emery Johnson wins by fall to give Reynolds a 6-0 lead. So a great start for Casey Taylor and the Reynolds Raiders. And now we have at 2:15 who will be here.
Great effort by the Williams boy. I mean, he didn't lay there. He was bridging and fighting hard.
No question about it. Got himself in a little bit of trouble early on, but then It'll be Ian McCreary at 215. And Rodney Flaw will be at 215 for Reynolds. McCreary 18-7 on the year. Flaw is 10-8. And McCreary, one-time district place winner. He's placed 3 times at sections. And this could be kind of a toss-up match, I would imagine, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, both guys have very good records. Both have winning records. And
this would be one I would think for Wes Phipp's position. He thinks he probably need to win this match. And early on
very
here.
Important. Very important match for Grove City.
And the wrestlers just kind of jockeying, they go out of bounds. As Reynolds and Grove City, it's a 6-0 lead, as you can see on our scoreboard there. Reynolds the visitor, of course. And we are at 2:15 here with Rocky Flaw and Ian McCreary going at it.
Both are hand fighting very well.
Under a minute to go here in this first period.
Slide by.
And there's a takedown for Rocky Flaw. And it's 3-0 Reynolds here in this 215-pound match.
Rocky felt that pressure pushing in, and he slid him right by.
Really a nice move by the upper weight there, Tom.
Yeah, very smooth.
Yeah. And now Flaw's got looks like he has the legs in.
He's got it laced.
Laced?
Yeah, he's looking for the cradle.
And McCreary trying
He's got it locked. Nope, he broke it.
McCreary, outstanding football player, was the star of the match down at Hickory with a comeback fall in that match. He is trailing here 3-0 as the first period comes to an end. Flaw, the junior, 14-15 a year ago. McCreary has over 120 career matches, a lot more varsity experience, but he's trailing right now 3-0, and he starts on the top.
Really good pressure by Ian, breaking him down.
And we saw in that Hickory match, McCreary has some very good pinning combinations, and he's trying to work something on top here, Tom. What do you see?
He's trying to do a lot of tilts. He's looking for his, his side tilt, and he's also, I believe he's looking at setting up that crossface. He likes that crossface.
And I believe there's a
blood
timeout. And that's on Rocky Flaw. McCreary got a few cross faces in there. It might have helped contribute to that. I want to remind you that our special Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook broadcast being brought to you by Sunbelt Rentals. We appreciate their support. Big supporters of high school wrestling. And we're glad many fans, as I see, have joined us here on our Facebook page for a big match here tonight in Grove City.
Looks like Reynolds has a decent lineup in their women's program, too.
That's a growing sport.
Yeah.
You know all about that. Your
Absolutely.
sister is one of the builders of the sport here in Pennsylvania.
Absolutely.
Talk about Erin a little bit. She's at Granite now. How's she doing up there?
Awesome. Great year. They're having a phenomenal year. They have their senior night this coming Friday. Anybody up in Erie area that wants to see a senior night, I think they're wrestling Delaware Valley. Yeah, head coach at Gannon right now, and started wrestling in the late 80s when she was a little tyke.
Amazing. And wish her all the supports and all the luck. She's done an incredible job as the match continues here, as we're in the second period, and Flaw leads 3-0. McCreary's on the top. Crossface, trying to work the hands here, Tom.
Yeah, and Rocky's doing a good job grabbing his wrist. He's trying to slow him up on top with that wrist control, blocking and stopping from that crossface.
50 seconds to go here in the second period. Still 3-0 in favor of Rocky Flaw. Flaw also has wrestled 285 this year. He's interchangeable. So there's a good chance we'll see Colton Tupper at 285. And McCreary, you're doing a good job here of riding.
They're working. They're on the edge, but he really wants that crossface, but Rocky's really blocking it off.
We're down to 18 seconds.
He did a great job. Rocky did a great job of knee sliding. He can crossface a little bit, looking for that crossface in a bundle, and he kept that bottom knee sliding.
And we're going to end the period here with Ian McCreary riding out Rocky Flaw the entire period now. And so McCreary trails 3-0. And looks,
I think he took top.
Took top.
Yeah.
So Flaw will be on the bottom again, and McCreary will be on top. And McCreary needs to turn Flaw. He needs some back points if he's going to come back in this match. And you can hear some of the Grove City fans wanting maybe a stalling, or maybe the Reynolds fans. Somebody's wanting a stalling called, letting the officials know. And now McCreary lets Flaw out. It's 4-0. Reynolds is Rocky Flaw leading here. Casey Taylor barking out instructions. McCreary needs a takedown.
And a turn,
And
or
a turn.
or 2 takedowns, but you probably figure trying to take him down and trying to get a turn.
Under a minute to go here in the match. It's 4-0. Rocky Flaw leading here. And the 215-pounders are battling. And now McCreary tries a throw.
Tried a lateral. Yep, and he went to his back. Yep.
Try to throw. He gets taken to his back, but no points here, just the 3 takedown.
Rocky did a great job sitting his hips down, but he was being thrown.
7-0 now. Flaw leads, so he needs one more point to make this a major decision to get bonus points here. We're down to 15 seconds. And Rocky Flaw looks like he is going to win here this match at 2:15 by the final score of 7-0 to give Reynolds a 9-0 lead.
That was a big win by Reynolds, and Rocky did a great job not getting out of position. Like, he didn't give up very many, openings. Just kept a very solid position.
And McCreary, he got into a position. He had to gamble there a little bit, Tom. He was trailing. He had to try to make a big move.
Yeah, he put himself down 3-0 with that slick slide by, bump by slide by, and did a lot of work on top. Just didn't get any points for it.
285 pounds for Reynolds. Colton Tupper.
285 is Colton Tupper. He is a junior, 13-6 on the year. 40 career wins, 2nd in sections, 3rd in District 10, 6 in regionals last year. Bones, a junior, is 9-10 on the season. Took 7th in sections. So this will be a match that Reynolds once again would have at least the experience edge here with Tupper placing at regionals last year.
Right. So you look at a couple things, experience, how many years they've wrestled, but also, Reynolds also traditionally has a great schedule. They've got a very tough schedule, and so records don't many times lead into exactly their level. I'm saying Reynolds lose not a lot. They've lost some matches, but they've wrestled extremely high competition, and it really prepared them for later on in the year.
So a quick takedown for Tupper, 3-0, and then lets up Bones, makes it 3-1. And you're right about that. Reynolds' schedule, a lot of times Reynolds wrestlers don't have the most sparkling records.
But they hit Iron Man. They've been doing Iron Man a lot. They've been hitting Powerade a lot. They hit some really high ultimate duels.
1:10 to go, first period, 3-1. Colton Tupper leads. over to Laffey and Bones. And Tupper.
He's behind them, but they're right at the edge, and he's pushing them back in.
Trying to bring him to the mat for the takedown.
Dropping in the legs. And there's the takedown.
And there'll be another takedown for Colton Tupper.
Tupper got a nice one right on the edge.
6-1 now. And Tupper did all he could to bring him down, and eventually was able to bring him down before they went out of bounds. .48 seconds to go, 6-1. Colton Tupper of Reynolds leading the Laffey and Bones of Grove City here at 285. This is the third match in the dual meet, as we started at 189. What's your thought about that rule? I come from the era where we started at 107 and we went up.
Worked our way up. You know, it keeps everything fair. You know, I mean, it makes things a little bit more dramatic. Makes it a little bit, you're not sure, you have to plan a little different, have some different scenarios in your head. Plus, I wrestled. I mean, I was 100 pounds when I was my freshman year, so I knew I was coming up first every time.
And you never had to worry about the match coming down to you because you were
I was first up. You know, so it gives some different perspective. Plus, different kids in their different weigh-ins. You know, how much you lost. I mean, another half an hour, 45 minutes, even an hour or more can make a difference if you're losing quite a bit to make your weight.
6-1 as the first period comes to an end. Reynolds is Colton Tupper on top, and now he will start in the down position here on the Laffey and Bones. And quickly Tupper up to his feet, and they go out of bounds. There's going to be a stall warning. And that's on.
It was on Bones, I think,
for pushing him out of bounds. Quickly a sit out for Tupper and a 1-point escape, makes it 7-1.
Good body lock by Tupper.
And Tupper with a quick takedown makes it 10-1. Lets Bones up, makes it 10-2. With 1:30 to go here in the second period, Colton Tupper in complete control here.
He keeps going to that body lock. Yeah, Tupper keeps working that body lock, and he's got him on his back now.
This could be trouble. As Colton Tupper looking for the fall here. And there it is. Yep. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. The fall. And it's now 15-0. Colton Tupper, 2:45. Off to a great start here in this dual meet.
Tupper kept working that over-under and pummeling for that bear hug. Once he got that bear hug, he's very strong.
So 15-0 Reynolds after 3 weights. And now we turn to the lightweights and the highly touted Chase Karenbauer, 25-0 to start his freshman season. #1 ranked wrestler in his state, Powerade champ, Fargo champ, 4-time Pan Am Games champ, and he's taking on Angelo Majares. And Karenbauer quickly.
Beautiful knee tap. Majares came out after him, really was working hard, and Chase hit a nice knee tap.
So 3-0 in favor of Chase Karenbauer.
He is so good with tilts. I mean, his wrist control tilts.
That is it's a college move, Tom, and he's doing it at a freshman high school level.
Absolutely. I mean, he knows he controls that wrist, and he rolls under, gets that count, or he does a reinforced bar. You see Spencer Lee do this a lot. This is Spencer Lee's specialist wrestling here, one of the all-time PA greats.
And there'll be some near fall points for Karenbauer.
Yep, he's still got the bars, so he's holding the back points.
Now he's
stacking them up, and there
it is. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Chase Karenbauer with the fall. To give Grove City some much-needed points. Cuts the Reynolds lead to 15-6. And I was going to say the new near-fall rules here in high school with the extra points would be right up Chase Karenbauer's alley now. getting more points now for near falls.
The near falls, for sure. He's very aggressive on top, so he's getting a lot of those 4-point counts. The new change with 2 count is 2 points, 3 count is 3 points, and 4 counts, 4 points.
I'm still learning these rules.
It's different, especially when you've been at it for a while and you're so accustomed.
So Angela Lamonte will win by a forfeit at 114. So a little bit of jockeying here by Wes Phipps. Makes it 21-6 now, Reynolds.
For Grove City, Ian Stearns. For Reynolds, Hudson Woolworth.
So we have a pretty good matchup here at 121. Ian Stearns of Grove City, 17-4, taking on Hudson Wolbert of Reynolds. He is 10-7. And they are off. A little bit about each wrestler. Stearns, a freshman, of course. He's actually 18-4 on the season. Lamonte, we had talked about getting the forfeits. We don't get to see him wrestle. Wolbert is a junior. As a freshman, he wrestled here at Grove City, then transferred to Reynolds his last 2 years. And now we have a stoppage.
Probably some blood, I think, yep.
So
Yeah, Ian was in an outside single leg when he started bleeding.
So Wolbert, 48 wins in his career as a freshman at Grove City, took third in the section. Didn't wrestle in the postseason last year. But this would be with Reynolds up 21-6. And this is one of those matches that you would think maybe slightly favored Stearns in Grove City, that this would be a big one if Grove City's going to win here tonight.
Absolutely. I need to try to get some points on the board from Ian. So Ian came in here and wrestled junior high, or elementary at Titusville.
Titusville, correct. And he is a freshman here. So injury timeout, little blood timeout, 1:22 to go in the first. We have no score here. We are at 121. Ian Stearns of Grove City, Hudson Wolbert of Grove City.
Yeah, I don't know why he was going down. It wasn't injury time, it was blood time. Good undershot by Stearns.
Really a strong, deep shot there by Ian Stearns.
He's trying to turk that leg, and he's got it turked. But Wolbert's doing a great job with that ankle grab. There's the takedown by Stearns.
So Ian Stearns takes the lead here, 3-0. He quickly kicks out Wolbert to make it 3-1. Under a minute to go here, first period. Reynolds leads the dual meet, 21-6. We are in the 6th match of the night. Gone through 5 already.
That was a textbook single leg Turk. Once you get that Turk, it's hard to get out of.
And another takedown there by Ian Stearns. Spins around, takes control. It's 6-1 now in favor of Ian Stearns. "20 seconds to go in this first period. Ian Stearns, 17-4 this year. Off to a great start, the freshman. And he's off to a great start here tonight, leading 6-1.
He's doing a pretty nice job on top, too. He's got some pretty good coverage. Short time, though.
Really a nice crowd here tonight at Grove City. Back-to-back nights for me here, Tom. I was here last night for the boys basketball
were
game.
you? Okay.
Yes. Grove City boys beat Farrell.
They're having a pretty good season from what I've seen.
Absolutely. They've had a great start under Coach Chris Pollock as the first period comes to an end. And it's 6-1. Grove City's Ian Stearns is on top. And you start thinking now, if you're Wes Phipps, you're thinking about bonus points here. You're up early, but I know it's a long way to go. But when do you start thinking about that?
Well, that's why Stearns took neutral, I think. You know, he's got two takedowns. He wants to get some more. He wants to keep the pace up. That's what they're thinking, trying to get another takedown here to tack it on.
And the bonus point started 8-point differential.
For sure, yeah.
So, and now a deep
and big
shot by Wolbert.
Big score. Big score by Wolbert.
And Wolbert comes right back.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge because that was a, if Stearns gets another takedown, now we feel the the train's rolling. But
and it makes it 6-4 now. So Hudson Wolbert saying enough of your talk about a bonus points. I'm coming back to win this match.
Yep, and then now he's throwing legs in, trying to get some work in. Stearns doing a good job by, reverse. He got out of legs right into that reverse.
What a great reverse there by Stearns. He now leads 8-4 with 1:13 to go in this second period.
Stearns is throwing that chicken wing bar in. Wolbert's really working hard blocking that.
50 seconds to go here in this second period. Grove City's Ian Stearns leads here 8-4. Continues to try to work and turn Wolbert.
Wolbert's doing a great job keeping his knees under him, keeping his knees forward so he's not getting driven over.
He's very balanced right now, so he's not letting himself get turned.
Yeah, not let himself get extended here.
Under 20 seconds to go here in the second period. Ian Stearns leads 8-4. And now there's going to be potentially dangerous. The shoulder only goes so far.
Yeah, he had that bar in, and he was running it forward. It was tucked in there pretty good, so I couldn't see exactly how far it was going over, but it looked like it was starting to go pretty far.
And the second period looks like it's going to come to an end. It will, with no more points. So Stearns of Grove City leading here 8-4 after 2 periods. And Wolbert will be down here in the third. Really a key match here for Grove City. Already trailing 21-6. Stearns goes right back to that arm there, Tom.
Yeah, and the new back point, 4-point rule, he's within 1 turn of a major. He's got that bar and that half working, so he's got both sides.
And Wolbert is doing all he can to fight it. And now what? Is that a legal move?
Wait. No, he was saying, it was his, okay. I think they said Wolbert grabbed, I don't know.
Yes.
Grabbing a singlet or something? Or?
The penalty point is against Wolbert, so 1 point for Stearns. Did he grab a finger maybe?
I couldn't see.
So it's 9-4 now, Stearns.
And he took him back down like he might return him right into a Turk. So Stearns has a Turk on top, winning 9-4.
And now we have a stall warning
on Wolbert.
On Wolbert. We're down to 1:04 to go at this point. It's 9-4. If it stays like this, it's just 3 points for Grove City. Grove City would need an 8-point differential to get a extra bonus point for the dual meet. And close to going out of bounds, they do. We have a final tonight, Tom, in girls wrestling. A girls dual meet. Sharpsville girls defeat the Hickory Mercer co-op tonight, 50-24.
So that's the Hickory Mercer co-op. Okay. Sharpsville beat
Hickory.
Won Hickory Mercer co-op. Okay.
Yeah. So that's an excellent.
They both got pretty decent programs. I know Sharpsville just, I think, won a tournament somewhere. Won a duels or a tournament.
Wolbert trying to get up and out. He does, and a quick reversal. 9-6 now. 30 seconds to go.
Great hand control by Wolbert, and then he just basically did a back roll, almost a back somersault right to the reversal.
Down to 20 seconds. Stearns leads here 9-6. Wolbert is in desperation mode now, and now Stearns warned for stalling. And I think that's going to end the match. Another crossface in by Wolbert, and it will end it.
Great match.
Great match here. Ian Stearns will hold on. He beats Hudson Wolbert at 121, 9-6, to make it 21-9 now in favor of Reynolds. Now we go to 127.
Yeah, not getting turned. He was in a couple deep predicaments, but Wolbert fought super hard and not got himself turned.
And he was down 6-1, so give him a
yeah, to get that takedown and that last reversal to make it a great match.
Caden Skeeth will be at 127.
In for Reynolds, Logan Stewart.
And it'll be Logan Stewart for Reynolds. Stewart 15-4. He talked about his stellar freshman year, ending with a 4th place finish at States. Caden Skeeth is 1-1 this year, and a heavy underdog here in this match.
It's a hard mat return. Good shot, and now a good dump. Beautiful fireman's dump, right to his back.
And Skeeth is able to fight off his back. Let's see, we got a 3-point takedown, 1-point escape, 3 more near falls, so 6-1 in favor of Logan Stewart. Stewart last year, he's 58-13 in his career. Took first at sections, first at districts, first at regions as a freshman, 4th at states.
Glass double.
Ooh. Oh, big time double
Huge
leg.
glass double, right to his back. I think he's gonna get 2 back points for that too. He does.
And it's 2 more, another escape point, I believe, for Skeeth. 10-3, and Stewart once again puts Skeeth on his back.
Yeah, double overs, right to the throw in the fall.
So 50 seconds, that will do it. Logan Stewart wins by fall. It's now 27-9. And the Reynolds Raiders have come out here tonight. Very impressive.
Wrestling at 133 pounds for Reynolds, Waylon Waite. In for Grove City, Connor Mazer.
133 is Waylon Waite of Reynolds. He's 10-7.
It's a good matchup.
Connor Nacer is 10-10. And Waite, stellar career, 74 wins. Placed twice at regions. Nacer's placed twice at sections. And it'll be a quick takedown.
This is okay. This is Connor. This isn't Tanner. Okay.
And Waylon Waite.
He's got that near side cradle, and he's trying to stack cradle it up.
And that is tight, Tom.
Yeah, he's got that leg lace, so he's trying to put both legs behind it to stack it, but see if he can get it loaded. He did.
And there's trouble
and there's
here.
the stack. And there's the fall, yep.
Very impressive fall there by Waylon Waite in 59 seconds. And the Reynolds Raiders extend their lead to 33-9 as we're down to 5 more matches. So Grove City is in jeopardy
they've extended it.
Of mathematically being out of it here.
Wrestling at 139 pounds from Grove City, Tanner Hamilton. In for Reynolds, Emmett Law.
139 is Tanner Hamilton for Grove City. 17-4 for Reynolds is Emmett Flaw. He is 3-8. And no doubt a must win here for the Eagles. Hamilton, state qualifier last year, 52 wins. He's only a sophomore, gets a quick takedown. Plays 2nd at sections, 6th at districts, 4th at regions. Flaw is a freshman. Grove City was down big to Hickory and came back to shock the Hornets back in December. Bigger deficit here tonight.
He's got legs in and a crossface, but he's getting a bunch of one counts. Tanner's got him, but he's getting a bunch of one counts. He hasn't got beyond 45 for more than one count.
It's one challenge in dual meets when you pretty much know you need a pin versus just going out to try to win the match.
For sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at right now. If Grove City, if they have 2 more decisions, it's probably 1 or 2 more decisions. It's probably over at that point.
They have 5 matches. The max would be 30 points.
Right. They're down, what, 24?
Down 24. So they're still mathematically still in it.
Yeah. They like I said, if they just quick math in my head, if they get 2 more decisions, they have to pin the rest.
Grove City still has Hudson Holman and Cody Hamilton up, so they have some firepower, but Raiders obviously are solid, and they have solid wrestlers up and down their lineup.
That's what we talked about, staying off your back. If it's against the elite wrestlers, if you're wrestling them, if you can stay off your back, you're not going to give up those bonus points.
And right now, Tanner Hamilton leading here 3-0, as his first period is going to come to an end over Emmett Flaw. Want to remind you, you're listening and watching High School Wrestling on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook, presented to you exclusively by our friends at Sunbelt Rentals. And now Hamilton gets choice. He takes neutral.
Emmett's got to that single leg twice now. But Hamilton sprawling. Got that bundle in.
And close to getting a
Yeah,
takedown.
he's looking, was he going to spin behind for the 2 or trying that bundle for the fall? He did spin behind for the 3 points. Guys keep saying 2.
Oh, but Tom,
right,
it'll take you forever. And it's 6-0 now.
He's trying to work his crossface on top there. Now he's doing a Turk. He's lifting that leg for that Turk. Got him up, getting back points. And it's trying to clear the crossface, and he does.
He definitely has some near fall points here.
Yeah, he's holding 3 or 4, I can't tell. Now he switched to a bar in the stack, and he's got the pin. That's a huge pin for Grove City to get back in it.
Tanner Hamilton in 3 minutes and 8 seconds with the fall here to give Grove City some much needed points, cutting it to 33-15 with 4 matches to go. So who is going to come out now at 145? Remember, Reynolds has a forfeit here as well in one of these matches.
Right, that'll be a 6.
Now there's a discussion here. This looks like it's going to be Hudson Holman.
Wrestling 145 pounds for Grove City, Hudson Holman. In for Reynolds, Drayton Gustis.
And this is pretty good
Pretty
match
good
here.
match, yeah.
Holman is 23-2. Gustis 12-4. Holman 98 career wins. A win tonight would be 99. He's only a junior. 2-time state medalist, 2-time region champ. Outstanding wrestler from an outstanding wrestling family.
Both wrestlers moving really well. And he won a shot on the bottom. He's trying to stay in bounds. There's the takedown.
That's a takedown for Holman.
Holman did a great job catching that ankle and bringing it in tight.
A little bit about Gustis. He's a junior, 49 wins in his career. He placed twice at sections, took 8th at districts. Hudson, of course, his older brother, Hunter, wrestling Division I at American University, one of the all-time greats in this program. 3-0 here. Hudson Holman on top. He will let Gustis out. Makes it 3-1. So if Reynolds forfeits at 160, which is what I was told, it would make this a 12-point match now.
Right. So yeah, and then you look at so what can Reynolds could forfeit at either 52 or 60. They could bump their 52-pounder up to 60.
That is true.
Right?
They still could do that.
I don't have the weigh-ins here, but they could decide that.
And there's another takedown for Holman, make it 6-1. So it could get interesting, is what we're saying here.
Right. And I don't have the weigh-ins exactly to see what they're exactly eligible for.
25 seconds to go here. Reynolds leads 33-15. We are at Hudson Holman at 145, taking on Graydon Gustus. Holman leads here 6-1.
Holman's got a cross wrist looking for a tilt, and Gustafson rolls through.
And that will end the first period. Pretty much, without going into too much of the math, Grove City really can't lose any more matches.
Right.
At this point. So
if they maybe can lose one more, but had to have the rest of pins. Maybe. I'm not looking at the math right now, but that would be
3 pins would give them 18, and a loss would not give them. That would be 3 for Reynolds. So I don't think Grove City could afford.
Have to run the board. Then.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's an escape for Holman, makes it 7-1. Quick low ankle there. And Holman with another takedown makes it 10-1. And the challenge, Tom, is if Gustus does not get pinned and he fights in this match, the most points that he could give up would be 5 in a technical fall. So that could save Reynolds a team point. That's what's at stake here. If Holman is not able to make the pin here, then it's potentially a big point that Reynolds saves.
Right. I think he's looking at obviously trying to win, but if he can even save a point or two, it's going to go a long way potentially.
1:11 to go in this second period. Hudson Holman on top, 10-1. And let's see if Holman can turn Gustus here. Big crossface. Holman, as we had mentioned, 2-time regional champ, but he's never won districts. That's an oddity among oddities.
Yeah, and it kind of goes to show, too, we have some pretty tough weights here. Pretty tough competition.
In District 10.
For sure.
No question about that. As Holman lets Gustus out, makes it 10-2. 30 seconds to go.
He's in on a shot, but then Holman's spinning around for the takedown.
And there'll be 3 more, make it 13-2. Down to 20 seconds to go in the second. Hudson Holman in complete control right now. We're at 145. As we're going to go to the third period with Holman leading 13-2. And it's the decision time here. And Gustus will take down.
Down, yep, and I think he's going to cut him.
So he cuts him and gives him the automatic escape, 13-3 now. Quick takedown attempt by Holman.
Strong double, but he's between the legs now. Looking at trying to, there's the takedown.
16-3 now. Getting close to a technical fall. Escape 16-4. So one more takedown would end the match.
Correct.
And there it is.
There it is.
And that should be 19-4.
19-4 technical. Yep. Very good performance by Hudson Holman.
So Holman picks up 5 to make it 33-20. Very impressive. 19-4 technical fall.
A very quality competitor.
Yeah, no question about it. So now we are down to 3 matches, 152, 160, and 172. We were told, at least Casey Taylor thinks they were going to forfeit one of these matches. It's not going to be here at 152. As we see Cody Hamilton coming out.
Wrestling at 152 pounds for Reynolds, Parker Ney. In for Grove City, Cody Hamilton.
Cody Hamilton, 21-3 on the year. We've talked about his resume, two-time state medalist, two-time region and district champ. Parker Ney, a junior, 4-6 on the year. And there's
Bear hug, strong bear hug.
bear hug by Hamilton.
So essentially, it's a 26-33 match with that forfeit coming up. With
Looks,
2 matches left.
It looks like if Reynolds forfeits the next match, it could come down to Louis DeJulia and Peter Augustine.
Yeah.
That could be the match to determine
yep.
to determine the dual meet.
Very, 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 very possible.
Quick takedown by Hamilton.
And he tried to do a little Granby with a half in, and he's
Parker Ney had a great football season for the Reynolds Raiders, but right now he's in a battle with Cody Hamilton.
He's in a tilt position. Hamilton's holding four back points.
As we are down to under a minute to go here.
Yeah, and if I was Cody, I wouldn't be holding tilts, because Grove City needs points.
So Hamilton leading 7-0.
Slap that half in. Ney put his elbow up and he slapped that half in. He's very tight.
Is Ney?
He's in trouble, and that's going to be the fall.
There it is. So Cody Hamilton, the Grove City standout, wins by a fall in 133. Makes it 33-26 now as we go to 160. Who is going to come out for Reynolds?
I think this is their forfeit, right? Yep. The forfeit.
Accepting the forfeit.
So Bubenhigh gets the forfeit at 160, makes it 33-32.
With 1 match left.
Here we go, down to the final match. Reynolds and Grove City. Grove City has not won a league title since 1953. They have never beaten Reynolds in a dual meet. That's dating back to 1960s, coming down to this match.
Peter Augustine.
Augustine and DeJulia. Here we go. Augustine 11-9, DeJulia 12-5.
DeJulia is obviously favored.
And he's got a quick takedown and got a cradle locked up.
He's got that. Wow. He's working hard to get out.
DeJulia, he's
Great effort by Augustine getting out of bounds.
66 wins in his career, two-time district place winner. Augustine, 22 wins. He's a sophomore. There's no question DeJulia the favorite here, leading 3-0. 33-32. Down to the final match here. DeJulia recently announced he's going to wrestle with Penn State Barron.
He's got that same cradle locked up, and it's in the middle of the mat this time. He's getting back.
Louis DeJulia trying to finish it here. And there it is.
He's got the fall.
53 seconds. DeJulia with the fall to end the match. Reynolds will win here 39-32.
What a showdown.
What a great match.
It was.
And we've done 2 matches this year, Tom, and both went down to the final match.
Final match, huh? Yeah, very good.
So Reynolds will win here 39-32.
There were some interesting matchups. A couple matchups we wish we would have seen, that some of the top end guys got moved around and didn't hit each other. But what a great finish by Reynolds. Coming in, they had a big lead, able to hold on and then had that last win to a huge pin by DeJulia to seal it.
We're gonna pause just for a second here. We're gonna try to get Casey Taylor up here and also name our Reinhardt's player of the game. So give us a moment, and A quick post game, and then we will call it quits here. But what a night here at Grove City as Reynolds beats Grove City 39-32. We'll be back in just a moment. We are still here on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook trying to get a word from Coach Casey Taylor. And give us a minute here. We'll try to get him up. As we continue here on our quick post-game show, I want to remind you Sunbelt Rentals providing you this live coverage tonight. We appreciate their support as it went down to the final match as the Reynolds Raiders with a dramatic fall by Louis DeJulia wraps it up. And we're going to get a few words here from Casey Taylor as he's making his way up through the crowd. A big night for high school wrestling here in Grove City. Grove City falls just a little bit short. And also going to get Louis DeJulia up here. Going to talk to him as our Reinhardt's player of the game. Put your headphones back on, I guess. Louis, come on over here. Grab this. First off, we want to congratulate you. We're going to give you the Reinhardt's player of the game t-shirt. You get that for the pressure-filled match-winning fall. We're going to take a quick picture first, and we're going to chat with you for a second.
Came down to you.
Came down to you. No more pressure than that. Just talk about what you were feeling, Louis. Obviously, you knew you had to win the match.
Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking seeing the points rack up for Grove City at the end of the match, knowing that it was going to come down to the final one, which was me. And I just know I had a job that I needed to do, and I went out there and did it.
Go stand right over there by that camera.
They're going to pull that stuff off.
And you just go right there. That's even better. Let's see if I can get you on there. Got to go back a little bit. There we go. We're working. We have no producers here. Go slide back just a tinch if it works. Let me go up a little bit.
There you go. Get a little extra on
Here, how about grabbing that seat and sit down?
There you go.
It's even better. You deserve. There you go. That's much better. Just talk about the match itself. You knew you had to win. Just talk about your mindset.
I had a lot of confidence in myself coming out of the last match. All their kids at the end of the match needed to do their job, and I said to myself, it's my time to do my job. So I went there and got the stick to win it for the team.
Came into this match knowing it was going to be tight. You knew what a year Grove City has had, and
yeah.
every match was going to be important.
Yeah. When we saw the score, they beat Hickory, who beat us. So we didn't really go into this match like knowing we were going to lose because they beat them. But we just know we had to get our pins and not get pinned ourselves, stay off our backs, and just wrestle hard. And Grove City has a tough team, but the Raiders just rise to the occasion.
A big win for Reynolds tonight. Louis, we congratulate you being our Reinhardt's player of the game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, congrats. And good luck at college as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to grab your coach, Casey Taylor, right behind you here. As Casey, let him sit in that chair too, since this camera is.
That works.
You're good. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Get the big chair. Casey, grab that chair.
Hey, Tom,
Congrats,
how are you
Coach.
doing?
Good.
Grab this chair here.
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, we can get you on the
I might
camera.
have to move back or go wide zoom for this camera.
You're good. Casey,
Put her up, Tom, on me.
Casey, congratulations.
Thank you.
You knew it was going to be a tight match. You said the coin toss could determine it.
Yeah.
And it went right down to the end.
It did, and what I expected is Coach Phipps to do what he does, and that's move his guys in the right direction, put them in the right place to win matches, and they did that as a coaching staff. They set their team up for a win, and I thought that the coin toss made a difference as far as picking and choosing a few places. And they won that toss, but that's just the way it is. I mean, you don't want to say you won or lost a match on a coin toss, but matchups are a big thing, and I respect that they put McCreary up there. I thought for a second they'd bring Chase up to 14, and who knows what happens if that goes on. So good match by them, and well wrestled, and I think our guys took the step forward as well. So.
Obviously, in a sport that's geared towards individuals and a lot of these big weekend tournaments, to have a big dual meet like this is special.
Yeah. When Tom and I wrestled in the 90s, a long time ago, there were some good duels, at Reynolds, at Grove City. Coach Rowley, I know we lost him recently, but what good battles that we had. Mark Russell brought out the best in you. You won those matches, but I remember those way back when. And this certainly helps the environment of wrestling in the area, to have a big time match here at Grove City. It obviously puts us in a position to have a tri champion or whatever you call it for the conference. I think the kids were hungry for it. And now we got to go to Brookville Duels on Saturday for a big weekend there.
Who stood out from your perspective? I know a couple guys, your upper weights did very well, we thought.
Yeah, I think, we bumped up Tupper to heavyweight, giving up 25 pounds there. DeLathian's a great athlete. I know he's new to wrestling, but he's a great athlete. And I think he wrestled really well, to be honest with you. But Tupper did what he had to do. He didn't let the match get away from him or let it get late in the third period. He got the pin for us. I thought that Rocky wrestled well, maybe a little more conservative than he needed to at 215, that he had the size advantage on McCreary. And then I come back through, and I think Emmett Flaw wrestled well against Tanner Hamilton, and I think that Hudson Wolbert and Ian Stearns' match was a good match. So, in all, I think that those guys, they can maybe pick a few things out to get better at and maybe change the outcome for them. So,
how would you evaluate your season so far, and what are the goals here as you move closer and closer to the tournaments?
Well, dual meet wise, we've had 6 or so, all conference except for Greenville, and I think that as a dual meet team wise, we have 15 kids rostered, and only 14 are able to wrestle. So, with that being said, I think that the balance is there considering the numbers. Our numbers are getting better in our youth program, and our junior high program has more than all 4 years of high school right now. So, evaluation of the season, Ironman's a hard test right out of the gates, and then Powerade. I think Ironman we showed up. We fought hard, and then we had 2 tough duels. We went to Solon and wrestled well. That was a nice tournament. Powerade, maybe we probably should have done a little better. I think that we needed to have a couple wins there that we didn't get. You get out of the new year, and you get into the dual meet portion of the season. I think we wrestle Ultimate Warrior tournament here in a couple weeks, but until then we have 6 more duels. So I think that you have to have some ebb and flow. I think the guys are starting to come together. And tonight was a good litmus test for that. So.
As you look, District 10 duels are in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Is there a clear favorite right now in 2A?
If you ask me my honest opinion, I'm going to give it to you. Prep, Erie Prep's he's got to be the 1 seed, and then from there, it's a crapshoot. I think that Prep may be the favorite, but maybe have some young kids. They have young kids that are going to be studs. So. In all reality, I think any one of 6 teams right now, in my opinion, Prep, Hickory, Grove City, us,
Northeast and LaBeouf are up there, General McLean, don't want to leave anybody out, but it certainly can be any man's, match. And, matchups obviously make a big deal. So how people match up with prep will be determined, but right now I'd say them, and then everybody else is ready to go, but not a clear number one.
Casey, we appreciate your time tonight. Great wrestling match.
Yeah.
We've done 2 matches, both went down to the final match, so we're 2 for 2.
That's awesome. I was watching you guys before, and it's great to see wrestling, and it's been a while since I've seen you on the mic. I hear you on the basketball scene, but I think our sport needs more coverage. We got the girls coming along. I just think it's a good thing overall for the sport to have this. So I appreciate you guys, and if you don't mind, if I take a second,
go ahead.
It's same line of thinking there. The platform for Reynolds Wrestling, we've had live stream for a few years, and we came to this year, and the real reason what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and maybe to Raider Nation, so to speak, is I was going to respond to why we don't have live streaming, but I think there's a lot of people doing it, number one. Number two, we need some people in the seats again. Our real reason was because of COVID. That put us out of the seats, and this year's been a test for us that we got a lot of people back in the stands. So I don't want to say I love the live stream, but at the same time I want people in the stands. So I wanted to tell our fans out there that we got people in the stands. You also don't want to give every match away, to your opponents. So that's number two. And then the third thing, and probably the most important, is when I took this job, when I was awarded this job 14 years ago, I was tasked with taking care of the kids, tasked with keeping a winning tradition going, and then tasked with like their safety and keeping them together. You know what I mean? And I think that loyalty goes with tradition as much as anything, and I think that our loyal fans need to be in those stands. And so the live stream went away, but we do appreciate loyalty to the Reynolds program from those guys. So
It was a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, where you're from. No one can probably come in here and sit in these seats and not have a good time, not be like, eyes on.
Yeah, I think, from where I was sitting to my right, I could feel it, the will for Grove City to win. And to my left, I always feel, Raider Nation in full effect. The one thing that you hear a lot about from every team now is about being a family, and it's something that we certainly pride ourselves on. It takes time, though, to build that camaraderie, true camaraderie. And Brian Hills and I used to talk a lot about when we'd go to Mannheim, that trip out there, 5 hours on a bus, wrestling together and then coming back. It seemed to draw the kids together, and that's one of the things that I'm looking for that finishing piece for this team, is to just kind of take that next step. So I think a night like this, the match can go either way. I think that both teams are coming together nicely, and I give credit to Coach Phipps and his staff for putting together a nice job tonight. So
I'll say this: I'll invite you down to the Pick Sports Line with you and me one night. We'll debate the pluses and minuses of video streaming.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know where he's at, so I don't know. Hugh's pretty tough. He's a tough guy.
If you ever want to come down, well, I completely understand.
Yeah.
I think there's pluses and minuses to it.
Yeah.
We've seen it on our side. The pluses, we're getting a lot more eyeballs on the sport and onto kids, and then the replays are on after. People can watch it. So there's a lot of good things. I understand the crowd part of it as well.
What I love is, just like the radio, and I want to make sure I'm clear with that for you, I love what you guys are doing. I love the idea and the follow-through at live stream for big matches. It's those ones that we, maybe don't have the roar of the crowd, that we need the fans back in there still. So the part of me that says I love it is the Raider fans and other wrestling fans that are outside the area, and then the other ones that are close get here, right?
Absolutely.
So those are the two things I want to make sure, because I love what you guys do. For us, I know Ryan and Gay, they did it for 4 years or so, and Ryan did an outstanding job. It just comes down to loyalty and making sure that the right message is being sent. So that's where we're at.
Casey, appreciate your time. Congratulations. Another big win here tonight for the Reynolds Raiders.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
All right.
It's a long time since this guy's had me on my back for like a 25-3 win. I think there was no Tech Falls back then.
There wasn't.
Yeah, but I appreciate what he taught me.
Fired up, buddy. Well, I think the wrestlers here today got a lot out of it, too. Mostly the fans did. Very excited. But I think everybody here, the wrestlers, will be able to take a lot away from this.
Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful atmosphere, and I thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it, Casey.
Right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Casey Taylor, head coach of the Reynolds Raiders. Big win tonight, 39-32 was the final score. As
We'll talk to you, buddy.
some quick I'll just do a quick recap and final thoughts, and we'll get out of here. Chase Karenbauer with a fall at 107 and 103. Angelo Lamonte wins by forfeit at 114. Ian Stearns wins 9-6 at 121. At 127 was Logan Stewart winning by a fall in 50 seconds. 133, Waylon Waite winning by a fall in 59 seconds. 139, Tanner Hamilton winning in a fall in 3 minutes and 8 seconds. 145, Hudson Homan winning by a technical fall 19-4. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 152, Cody Hamilton winning by a fall 133. 160, Carl Bubenheim wins by forfeit. At 172 is Louis DeJulia wins the match with a fall in 53 seconds. Emery Johnson at 189 wins by a fall in 112. And 215, Rocky Flaw wins 7-0. And 285, Colton Tupper wins by a fall 245, 39, 32. Mike, that's about it. Tom, final thoughts. First off, thrilled that you came in to fill in for Brian Hills tonight, who's under the weather. Just a final thought, and we hope you enjoyed the match.
I was excited. I'm glad to be here. It was a great match. I'm glad it worked out tonight. Thanks for the phone call. And, yeah, I mean, like I said, who can't get excited? Who can't be, pumped up with an atmosphere like this, with a match like this? So I'm looking forward to seeing these wrestlers, the rest of the season and seeing what they can do in the postseason. Tom
Tomio, thank you once again, and also a big thank you to our exclusive sponsor tonight, Sunbelt Rentals. What a fantastic supporter of high school wrestling. Sunbelt Rentals, big and small, Sunbelt has it all, sunbeltrentals.com. And that's going to do it here from Grove City. I want to thank Casey Young, the great staff here at Grove City, for all their hospitality. On behalf of Tom Tomio, Sunbelt Rentals, I am Bob Greenberg. Once again, the Reynolds Raiders beat Grove City tonight 39-32 to right now share the region first place with Hickory and Grove City going down to the end. Reynolds 39, Grove City 32. You're listening and watching high school wrestling on Sports Radio 96.7. Good night, everyone.